With knowledge, with intuition, with power. Soul Rise Woman. Begin. Hi, I'm Soul Rise Woman. Welcome to this week's Inner Journey. This is a space where women remember who they are, where intuition meets knowledge, and where compassion becomes strength. Today we're talking about balance, not just the surface kind, but the kind that helps a woman stand tall without breaking. To stay emotionally strong, to embrace both softness and power, that kind of inner balance. The modern woman's search for balance. Today's woman is expected to be everything: a worker, a nurturer, a lover, a listener. And in the middle of all these roles, sometimes she loses her center. Why? Because we're constantly being told, be strong, but not too emotional. Be caring, but don't seem needy. Be successful, but don't burn out. In this loop of expectations, what suffers most is inner balance. To find that balance, we first have to notice what we've lost. And that leads us into our emotions and our boundaries. The fine line between boundaries and compassion. So you've noticed your emotions. Now what? This is where the delicate balance between compassion and emotional boundaries shows up. To be a woman is to feel empathy. But sometimes empathy blurs the edges of our boundaries. A recent study by the APA, 2022 Emotional Resilience Report, showed that women who protect their emotional boundaries are 40% less likely to experience burnout. So yes, compassion is beautiful, but not when you lose yourself in the process. Ask yourself, do I feel guilty when I say no? Have I neglected myself just to avoid upsetting others? Do I silently carry emotional weight that isn't mine? Remember, true compassion begins with yourself. Making space for your own emotions doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger. Now, let's move to the energetic side of this inner balance. The feminine and masculine energy within. As you learn to set boundaries with compassion, you begin to notice how the energies inside you work. Every woman holds both. The masculine energy, doing, building, moving forward. The feminine energy, feeling, sensing, listening. But the modern world often pushes us into constant masculine mode. Go, perform, achieve. And yet, true inner balance comes from their harmony. Like breath, inhale and exhale. Like nature, night and day. Ask yourself, are you always doing something? Are you giving space to your emotions, your inner voice, your intuition? When you give space to your feminine energy, you become not just a doer, but also a feeler. That balance brings you back to your center. But how do we stay centered in the chaos of everyday life? Staying centered, inner peace, and balance. Once your energy is balanced, the next step is keeping it that way in daily life. To stay centered means standing steady in the middle of life. It doesn't mean doing everything. It means not losing yourself in everything. In emotional storms, in the pressure of expectations, in daily noise. To be able to say, I'm here. Sometimes that's just 10 minutes of silence. Sometimes a conscious breath. Sometimes simply noticing your emotion instead of suppressing it. What I want to remind you today is this: to be a woman is not just to be strong. It's to learn how to be strong with compassion. And balance, it's not perfection. It's flowing with awareness. If you're ready to return to your center, to feel your light again, know that you're not alone. I'm right here. And this podcast, it's with you every week. New episodes every Sunday at 5 p.m. I'm Soul Rise Woman. And this journey begins with you.